They were not alone. Across the country, thousands of other Protestants called Puritans also believed the established Church of England to be in direct violation of God's word in the Holy Scriptures. I've come to the 17th century Langley Chapel in Shropshire with Stephen Tompkins. He's chronicled the history of Christianity, and this is one of England's best preserved Puritan churches.
Well, this place is a perfect illustration, isn't it, of what Puritans wanted from a church. The plainness, the stripping away of all Catholicism, the stripping away of anything that might distract people from focusing on the Word.
And when you say Puritanism, what does that word really mean?
Puritans were simply people who were not satisfied with how far the Reformation had yet come in England. Yes, they had got rid of the vast majority of what they thought of as Catholicism, but there were these still last niggling remnants. So, for example, the priests were still supposed to wear some of the traditional robes for church. People were still supposed to kneel to receive communion, which Puritans thought was a superstitious Catholic ritual. In the same way, they still had confirmation. There's no confirmation in the Bible, so Puritan says that has to go.
And so you get rid of all of those kind of toys, all the furniture of religion, and you're left with the Bible.
That's right. There are no ornaments to distract, no stained glass to look at. You could hardly call this an altar there, it's just more like a family table. All the focus is on the word being read from the Bible and then expounded by the preacher.
And you have to sit on these extraordinarily uncomfortable pews with hardly any room to get your bum on it.
Yeah, there's no concession made at all, is there? You're expecting your congregation to have endurance.
The religious divisions in society threatened to undermine James's authority as king. He desperately needed to find a way to bind the two sides together. At the request of the Puritans, he agreed to a conference where all the outstanding issues could be discussed. Better to keep the moderate Puritans on side than leave them to stir up dissent out of view. This is where the idea of the King James Bible would be born. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. That's the incredible music of the King James Version, but try this written in 2003. First off, nothing, no light, no time, no substance, no matter. Second off, God starts it all up and whap, stuff everywhere. You couldn't really get two things further apart than that.